Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Netherwar, the Devil of Rust City. Thank you for joining us for your weekly dose of superhero shenanigans. My name is Alex, and I will continue to be your humble game master for this series.
Lies.
If I keep saying it, it must be true.
No.
Welcome to 2021 or 2022. The 20th, 21st century. Forget it. It's all a bunch of crap.
Whatever
What
year it
year
is.
it?
Lies. It's all lies.
It's still 2020.
Yeah, sure feels like it.
Yeah.
It's pronounced 2020, comma TOO.
Whack.
No. Son of a...
No, it's gonna be a good year, guys. It's
I know, right?
gonna be a good year.
New Year, same me, but better.
Yeah.
Tonight we are playing Mutants Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG, which is produced by Green Ronin Publishing. It is a D20 system that allows players to create their own unique or iconic superheroes with enough crunch in the rules for folks who are into that sort of thing. It also features hero points, which are a special resource players can use to empower their heroes when the going gets tough. Heroes can take additional actions, increase their speed or strength for a turn, edit the scene for when they desperately need a chandelier to dramatically swing from, and allows heroes to use their abilities in fun and creative ways. They're earned through good role-playing, vivid descriptions, jokes I think are funny, jokes that I think aren't funny, jokes that the audience thinks are funny, and from you, the audience. If you follow, subscribe, or donate bits during the stream, you earn a hero point that you can give to the hero or game master of your choice. We've gathered some gluten-free heroes tonight. Say hi-de-ho, heroes.
Hi-de-ho, heroes.
Gluten-free?
What?
What?
I'm fairly certain none of us are gluten-free. But don't cook us and try to find out, please.
We'll find out.
No.
I
Both
think
Jonesy
he's
and Mortis are 100% gluten.
That's the biggest response I've gotten from an adjective about you guys. I'm here for
Well,
it.
I mean, I feel like you finally succeeded in derailing us with that. Like, oh, it's just become this blasé, like, whatever. Now we're like, wait, what?
That's not a spoiler for things that are going to eat you later.
Hmm.
The celiacs of
Oh.
Mars.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just going to drink my gluten-free beverage and hope nothing bad happens.
I do want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little bit about themselves, the character they'll be playing, where else we can find them, and have them answer my question of the day, which is, what's the weirdest thing that's happened to your character? And I'm going to start with Calvin.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have to be something that has happened in the stream. It could be a weird event that happened off camera.
I'll come up with a thing while I say hi, everybody. I'm Calvin, and normally I play Bowman, the awesome archer with an incredible array of arrows, but he is also in Mortis's body this week, so he's doing a bit of cool magic. Looking forward to doing more of that. As for me, I am here every week and on some other stuff, but I'm overall also on the Win with Dice channel on YouTube, where we have weekly GM podcasts and a bunch of gaming streams. So if you want to come see me realize that Mass Effect is hard, go check that out. I don't remember it being hard, but apparently
Wait, what
it
night is that on, Calvin?
Mass Effect is Sundays, and
Okay.
then Outer Worlds on Thursday, and Skyrim on Friday.
I'll have to. I have nothing going on this Sunday. I'm about to pop in. Watch
Really?
you suffer.
Oh,
I've caught a
Wow.
couple of Calvin streams. They're fun.
I've watched some Skyrim ones, or at least pieces of them, and they're good.
they're really chill. So if you want to just hang out for a few hours,
Come paint with Calvin.
basically.
What was
Question
that
of
Bob
the-
Ross episode again?
Maybe I will do a Bob Ross episode. Question of the day: weirdest thing that's happened to my character? Actually, yeah, everyone keeps saying he does a voice whenever he's in the Bowman mask, but he doesn't hear it. He has no idea what any of you are talking about. It's super weird because he doesn't feel different at all.
Fake.
And I'll pass to, I don't know, do you want to do this backwards or?
However you want to do it. You have the power.
Thank you, Bob Ross.
Pick it, random cat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm playing. Well, I usually play Centuria, but tonight I'm playing Centuria in Overdrive's body, which I actually forgot about until Calvin just said that he was playing in Morris's body. I'm really only here on Mondays. Life is busy, so I haven't really been able to do a lot of other things on the channel recently. Yeah, so for the question of the day, one time Centuria was minding her business in her realm where everybody was dead, and then some weird stuff happened. She got pulled through a, like time warp thing and ended up in a different timeline where everyone was alive, but her husband was dating someone else and didn't really know that much about her. So that's pretty weird.
So all of this.
So literally the whole stream.
The more
Yeah.
you know.
So that seems, honestly, out of all the things that happened to her, I feel like that would probably be the weirdest, just to be yanked from your timeline, put in another one that everything is different. So yeah. Who do I want to pick? Kevin.
Weird. Wow. Like, so I'm Kevin. I feel like as if I am a celebrity every week because I'm getting roasted by the chat. But
You're not.
no. Thanks, Kat.
The celebrity, you're not getting roasted.
The celebrity.
Yeah, the celebrity part. I'm just getting roasted. I'm here on Monday nights like Kat. Other times I'm out and about. The weirdest thing, like this whole stream, like I'm somebody else. I'm myself in somebody else's body. I really feel like this is kind of a merry-go-round of madness for poor Overdrive. Yeah, that's hard to narrow. Like, how does one narrow that down? Yeah. Although I guess last week it had to win awkward points for just then figuring out, because I have Resonance Power, just now really getting a glimpse inside Centuria's head. So, I mean, that's awkward.
Welcome.
Yeah. So we'll give last episode the crown and pass it over to Jonesy.
Hi, everybody. I am Jonesy. I am here on Monday nights. I can be found on the Twitters and stuff. Other than that, I'm currently not in any of those streams, though I'm doing a lot of back-end stuff for the channel. Other than that, I am playing Mortis. I am the only one not body hopped. So I'm hanging out with my duplicate body that's currently being driven by Bowman and the rest of the body swapped team members. So, and that's not the weirdest thing that's ever happened to Mortis. The weirdest thing that probably happened to Mortis was realizing that the ghost of Mortis was sort of killed, quasi killed by Dr. Nikros in an attempt to basically make him a host body for his son's body swapped soul. Probably the weirdest thing is when Mortis realized that body swap soul, which was Nick, was trapped in the soul vault with him. And so he was running around with him and Nick and figuring that out. And then figuring out not only there's two of us, but we actually like each other. And oh, wait, we like each other. And yeah, that was probably the weirdest thing that Mortis has done to me. So,
yeah, that'd be weird.
And with that, I turn it over to Kevin. No, not Kevin. Kevin's yours, man. Andy.
Kevin again.
No!
All the Kevins.
And Kevin, do it again.
We're
Everybody,
all
I
Kevin
mean,
here.
that would be the weirdest thing that would ever happen on the channel.
So far.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Andy. I'm here on Monday nights for Superhero Shenanigans. You can find me over on our website where I write blog posts when I have inspiration. You can find me over on our YouTube channel where I also host the Storyforge series when I also have inspiration. Tonight, while I usually play our resident gem mage, I am playing her in Bowman's body this week and last week, and until we're out of Pharaohburg and done with this Freaky Friday arc. So the weirdest thing that's happened to Resonant. I mean, the Freaky Friday situation is probably up there. Stepping, just walking along and suddenly going from the fields of Lafandi to Freedom City in like the blink of an eye without knowing why is also very weird, but also feels very on the nose, though. So I don't know. I really can't choose between those two. And we'll pass it back up to Alex.
Cool. I'm the GM. That's my thing.
Okay.
What's the weirdest thing that's happened to the setting?
Us.
All of you.
That's not even a hard answer.
Professor Cephalopod.
That's true, but that's what happens to you on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Well, he's in our setting. He lives here.
That's true. I know.
What's the weirdest thing that has happened in this game? In your opinion?
Dear God.
I don't think we have 3 hours for him to debate this.
That feels like a good recap question.
Just pick one.
I will say the most unexpected thing was Centuria not taking Fantasia's help in building a new overdrive body. I thought for sure you were going to do that.
Nah, that's psycho crazy shit. She's only crazy, not psycho.
Oh, okay.
I thought about it. Did think about it. But she's evil.
She's not evil. She's misunderstood. She might show up in
She
Starhaven.
tricked me before, didn't she?
I mean, the one in your dimension tricked you.
Yeah, so why would I do it again in this dimension?
Maybe she's different. Just kidding.
I don't know.
You're different. Overdrive's different. Maybe.
Anyway, I think without further ado, we can go ahead and get started.
Oh,
I said without further ado with you in my head.
Oh, good.
I'm memorizing your speech. I'm going to be able to do it soon.
Don't make promises you don't want to keep.
No, I won't do it.
I'll be like, Kat's going to introduce this week's episode.
I'll cry.
Kat's
You
going
want
to
me to
GM
cry
this
on
week's
stream?
episode.
The one person who's not GM'd anything.
It's all
That's what makes it
Contessa.
perfect.
It's all Contessa all the time.
That sounds fun,
Yes.
actually.
We're going back into the idiot box. And it's just going to be a painting episode. We're all just going to paint.
I'm here for it.
Wine and paint.
Oh, Deuce says it's your turn to run.
It is not. You don't want this brain running any game.
That's what they told me, but they couldn't stop me.
I'll just try to throw everybody together in my own ships and then just put them in situations to fall in love. And then it'll be bad.
We can't escape Contessa without all marrying each other.
Haha.
Somehow.
Resonant and Bowman just pushed in a room.
So Cat is the captain of the love boat, apparently.
So, last time on Netherwar, we picked up with the other party of heroes created a few weeks ago before all of that Lafandi business. This group, comprised of Mortis and the mostly flip-flopped heroes, are tasked with investigating what happened to Mortis's fiancé, Nick. They started at Mortis's house, searching the chaotic scene for clues as to who abducted Nick and where they took him. The gang managed to find traces of ectoplasm and devised a ritual to search for Nick's engagement ring, using Mortis's as a counter-artifact. This led them to a cemetery in Lantern Hill where they found the ring and more signs of struggle. Mortis headed off to ask Lantern Jack if he'd seen anything, while Bo Mortis, and the others...
Death Arrow.
Death Arrow, and the others
Yeah.
hacked into the surveillance cameras at the Good Morning coffee shop. By their powers combined, they learned that Nick was taken by a bad hombre named Hexenhammer. Hexenhammer is the possessing spirit of a New England witchfinder, hell-bent on the destruction of everything supernatural, including himself. They spotted Hammer mounting a motorcycle and contacted Jason to track the vehicle. Jason informed them that the motorcycle was registered to one Tobias Volkner, and that he did not, in fact, eat all of Bowman's Twinkies. Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
So, I guess. If it was a
Bowman
Twinkies,
doesn't
he'd be
eat
kicked
sweetie.
out.
Do you see his physique?
But the motorcycle is registered to Tobias, who is a resident of Farrowburg. With all these clues mounting up, Mortis led the group to his old stomping grounds, the industrial city of Farrowburg, somewhere in Pennsylvania. Probably where Pittsburgh is, usually, on the map. Faulkner,
Federal
it
vicinity.
seems, was the groundskeeper for the Mother of Mercy Cathedral and Hexenhammer's new host. Century Drive found Tobias's apartment, which was in summary a shithole. He had dead animals strung up, crazed scribblings on the wall, and general disrepair abounded. Mortis scared the hell out of Bishop Mario Bianchi, who confessed to noticing that Tobias was off his rocker, to being a general dirtbag, and nothing else. The group also noticed the beginnings of a citywide soul vault ritual. Finally, the group met with Detective Tanner, someone who seems to have a history with Mortis and a chip on his shoulder. The detective said he was looking into the Faulkner case and that his best lead was more weird stuff. He said some uniformed cops were attacked by a ghost at the River House Hotel on the north side of Farrowburg. The location matched up with one of the points of the Soul Vault, so the gang have decided to respond. And that is where we're rejoining the group as we settle in for tonight's story of mischief and mayhem. So, you all have begun making your way north towards the Riverside Hotel. One thing I forgot to mention in the recap was that Bowman, in Mortis's body, was able to get some hard drive information off of a computer belonging to Tobias Faulkner. The most interesting data point of which I'm going to share with Calvin, and Calvin's going to share with us.
Groovy.
Jason finally, pulls it out for us, basically.
I think Bowman did it on his own, actually, if I remember right.
For the laptop,
Yeah.
I think so. Jason was on the cameras and something else.
Mm-hmm.
Jason was on a lot of stuff. And the Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
No, I didn't eat the Hot Pockets. That's what I told you to tell Bowman.
I'll have to see what he did. I don't remember. Okay,
Harper is
Tobias.
innocent of this crime.
Tobias's hard drive data. Tobias, be a dear and take down this message. There won't be much time once I summon the spirit in your flesh, and it is vital to me that Derek and his tiresome companions know this. Tell him thank you. I had forgotten the marvelous sensation of being alive, truly alive. The taste of water, the cool embrace of air on flesh, and the smiling face of my son. I spent untold eons in that abysmal afterlife, time that I have used to perfect the engine that you stole from me, Derek. You're in for quite a shock the next time we cross paths. I am taking my son back, not to deprive you, but to accomplish a great miracle. Do not interfere with my work. The fate of us all hinges upon my success.
And I'll share that with everybody, since, just in case. Although, Calvin, you did a great job. I appreciate you.
Oh, thanks.
In addition to that information, Bowman, you find a lot of research about a couple of different locations found throughout Farrowburg. Information concerning the River House Hotel is all basically history into research into the history of one Dr. Solomon Lawrence, who is a famous serial killer from Farrowburg's history. He opened and operated a hotel in Farrowburg when the World's Fair came through here in the late 1800s, during which he butchered 5 women, including, and I'll just share this with everybody, Vella McGee, who was a prostitute from Freedom City, Cynthia Willis, who was Daedalus' secretary at the time, Joy Penn, a private investigator, Pearlie Parlow, a traveling nurse, and Sister Bianchi, a nun. And Bowman, being the world's most okay detective, you do notice that Sister Bianchi and Bishop Mario Bianchi have the same last name.
Ah. I do know that. Cool. Also noticing that they are missing different body parts, which can potentially be Voltron together.
It's gonna be a set. There's gonna be an extra set of hands,
Not if you take the hands off the other set of arms.
but that's not what it was said. Missing her arms is shoulders down and not missing hands.
So unless he was super meticulous for no particular reason,
Maybe she's got
I
four
don't-
hands. Maybe she's got hands on both sides. Or
While
palms on both
researching-
sides.
Wow.
while researching this, do I find if the body parts that were missing from his victims were ever found?
Give me an investigation check.
Got it. I did put up my investigation a bit, so it
Awesome.
might need to be also changed on the copy sheet, or he can copy mine.
Oh, yes, I can do that. I don't know if you have the power to do that or not, so I will try to do that for you.
Investigation. Oof. That's too early to use a point on a skill roll. 16.
You find some preliminary information about what happened to the victims' body parts. They were found eventually, as you said, Voltroned together.
Okay. So kind of suspect he might be trying to do something similar if he's haunting a new location. Or same location, just haunting it anew. Okay. I'll communicate that risk to the team. Or that information at least.
And Andy, you're playing Bowman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have made a new copy of Bowman with Bowman's new stats. And you should
Got it.
have access to that. Okay, perfect.
I think I see it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not a flaw, Andy. I didn't mention that he left the hands behind.
But that's information we need to know.
Eventually, they found the other hands, and they were thrown in the trash near the Voltron body.
Can have hand golems like thing.
Or
Anyway,
the
yeah.
hand monsters from Legend of Zelda.
Taking a quick note, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the information that you're able to suss out of, at least the information that is relevant to tonight's game. There will be some additional information that you're pulling off of Tobias's hard drive, but it will be ready next week.
So seems like we should probably check out that hotel. Is there something actively going on at the hotel currently?
Detective Tanner mentioned that a couple of uniformed police officers were attacked by a spirit there.
Okay. Then, yeah, we should check out that hotel, see if the spirit that attacked these officers is the one we're expecting here. This Dr. Solomon Lawrence.
Which would be weird because wouldn't Hexenhammer be after him too?
If that's the case, maybe we can get two birds with one stone.
It just seems weird that Hexenhammer would be called on by Dr. Necros and then not. I don't know. All of this seems weird.
And the ritual he used, you may be under some sort of Gaia's.
Well, too familiar with that spell.
Well, maybe we can work something out on the way.
Yeah.
All right. Still working on the flying part. Can we do a speed thing to get there?
You got a good enough grasp on it now, Centuria?
I think so. I went the last couple times without killing anyone. So
Without yeeting us out of the Speed Force?
yeah. Yeah,
Ah!
I think so. Sorry for whoever hit that mailbox last time. That was
Yeah, I don't know who that was. It was kind of a blur, but let's not let it happen again.
It was Bo Mortis.
Everything was happening so fast.
Yeah, I'm sure that it was. Anyway, let's go. Off we go. In the speed wake, Centuria wake.
In the Centuria Wake. So, as you all race off across town to this hotel, you do find it along the north end of the city, on the banks of one of the rivers that cuts through downtown Farrowburg. It's sort of a large, auspicious, two-story ancient hotel building. Lots of gas lamps, or at least things that are made to look like gas lamps, with flickering incandescent light bulbs rolling across the different the windows. There's a large expanse of parking lot between where you're standing and the hotel itself. And you do see one police car sitting outside, with its red and blue lights circling.
Do the police cars in Furberg have a faint, oddly unique retro look to them?
They do, as a matter of fact. And I'm going to switch this to the Roll20 window so I can try to cut this window to show the kids at home what we're working with. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh.
And there is a sort of doughy looking police officer woman standing near the hood of her police car. She's got a Tupperware container out on the hood. She's got a coffee cup, a cardboard cup, a coffee cup sitting next to that, and she's sort of leaning against the car looking out over the hotel with one long braid of blonde hair on the back of her head rolled up into a braided bun. And you can see she's got a name tag that says Armstrong on it.
With that, I look at the team and I'm kind of give them a nod, and I start heading towards the police officer.
Follow behind. Stay. It's like behind the rest of the team a bit.
I'm gonna look at overdrive in my body, and go. Do you think we're the backup that she's waiting for? Because she seems very nonchalant about this whole thing. If her partners have gone in there and had things happen to them.
You want me to poke around her head? I don't know if I'm up for that.
No, I wasn't asking you to do that. I was
Okay.
actually just asking a question.
Okay. Are you sure? I'm trying to sense motive from her other body. No. I'm paranoid now after last episode. Maybe. I'll try and get a read on the police officer lady.
Yeah, give me an insight check. Or a perception check if you want to use your emotion reading sense.
Yes. Oh no. Character sheet loading. Come on. Uh-oh, he's got music. That's the wrong character.
And everybody should have a hero point. Okay, good.
Do I still have the... I don't see... Where is Resonant? Do I still have her character sheet?
You should look for copy of.
Yeah, copy of Resonant.
Oh! It's copy. Okay.
Is that better, Andy?
Thank you. I just was thinking I was speaking too loud over it.
I disagree. All right. So we're perceptioning this mess, right?
Perception or insight, whichever one you want to roll.
Oh, I better insight that. I need all the help I can get. That is insight. Of 25.
With a 25, as you're sort of feeling out with Resonant's emotional senses, Officer Armstrong seems incredibly chill, seems very at peace with herself, almost suspiciously so.
I will pass that along. What do you think that means, Gemma?
Probably nothing good.
Mortis, by this time, you've made your way to Officer Armstrong.
Evening, officer.
Oh, you snuck up on me there, didn't you? Not good for these old weary bones.
Seem to be pretty at ease considering what's going on.
Oh, I'm just here keeping an eye on things, making sure nobody else goes past the line back into there. Would you like a lemon square? And she pushes the Tupperware container across the hood of the car.
No, thank you.
Are you sure? They're homemade. It's my grandma's recipe.
I'm positive. Can you tell me where the other officers are?
Oh, well, the ones that, survived, they came out and they drove back down to the precinct to file a couple of reports and then head over to the urgent care, I'm sure. It's just me. I'm just keeping an eye on the place, making sure nobody wanders in.
Well, I have every intent of wandering in.
Yeah, you got that kind of look about you.
Quick question, Alex. She doesn't seem to be reacting much to me, does she?
Your mortisness?
Well, the fact that I have a bit of a reputation in the city, and it's not with the police, and it's not a very good one. So I'm just kind of surprised she's being so blasé about everything.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be acting in a way that you expect the Fariburg police to react towards you.
Can I give her the once over with my soul sight?
Sure.
Make sure there's only one person in there.
Definitely. Give me a perception check.
Not that I don't trust her as this well. I don't.
Don't trust strange women burying lemon squares. That's the moral of the story.
26.
She only has one soul inside her. She does not seem to be possessed or infected with any nefarious magical malfeasance.
Easy for you to say.
And she says, "I know you. You're one of the superheroes, aren't you? You're oh, what's his name? You're the ghost guy for the Freedom League Dark."
Yes.
Is your friend with the that smart Bob? Is she around here? With the gold armor and the cape? She's awesome.
My allies are nearby.
Well, I hope you're here to deal with the ghost problem in there, because that ghost is no joke, man.
And has there been anyone else snooping around?
When I was here and I was transferring to become the person watching over the place and a couple of the police officers were walking away, I do think I saw a couple of kids wander into there with a camera and a light.
And a dog?
No arrow guy. They didn't have a dog. Although the one guy was very shaggy.
Oh.
What about you, Muscles? Do you want a lemon square? She points at Gemma Bowman.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm telling you, they're my mother's recipe. They're homemade. You should come over here and try one.
Maybe when this is all done and over.
That's fair. They don't get cold. Although they do get a little coagulated when they get room temperature, so.
We should probably get inside.
Yeah. Let's do that.
As much as I want one of those lemon squares.
Probably poison.
Yeah, I mean, if you want one other hood guy, you can come over here. Is this Mortis Jr.? What's his name? What's his deal?
You don't need to worry about that. Is there anything else you can tell us about anyone who might be left in the building, or is everyone evacuated except those 2 kids?
Oh, well, there were 3 kids. Sorry, I should have said there was a few of them. I guess a couple is only 2, but there were 3 of them. There was the shaggy feller with the camera. There was a oh, well, you know those girls, the ones with the nose piercing, and they've got the colorful hair and the fishnets, I think they call them. And then they had there's a well, she kind of looked like that what's her name? Alicia Silverstone in Clueless.
Question: is any of this ringing a bell? Any I don't know, possible villains that might match that description?
And well, you've got Farrowburg local knowledge, right? Go ahead and roll that for me.
Yeah, yes I do. I've got
Any-
local knowledge.
If anyone has expertise pop culture, I'll take a roll of that too.
What about romance fiction? I'm joking.
Wow. Wow.
Alex, I got a 29 on my roll.
29. Mortis, as surprising as it is, you have heard of these kids. They have a YouTube channel where they go and they investigate mysterious happenings. They go looking up for the paranormal on a show called Whispering Ghouls that they broadcast on YouTube.
Awesome. Complication we're getting me tonight.
You know, I'd go in there and get him, but there's like a ghost. So I've been waiting for somebody like you to show up.
You would have been waiting a really long time. I don't think Farrowburg has its own superhero community.
There's that one feller with the club. He goes by the name Blackjack.
It's also the smaller of the group.
Oh, you've heard of the 4? Yeah. I forgot about them. They're not as flashy as the Blackjack guy.
You want me to go see if I can find them, Mortis?
We need to try to locate them now. We should. Yeah.
I was thinking we could use the soul seeing thing to see how many souls are in the building, which is a thing that I don't. Can we do that?
Mortis, he's a good sidekick. He's got good ideas.
Is this what being a sidekick is like?
You're about to find out.
We can try, but I'm suspecting that there's going to be more than the one resident and the current interlopers in the building.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, if there's more than just the ghost and our investigators in there.
Sure there are.
More living people?
And or dead.
Do you think the dead people will give us trouble?
Possibly.
Besides the one.
Okay, so how do we do this?
I'll pull Bowman aside. Just relax. Take a deep breath. Slow in, slow out. And just try to focus on the sound of your heartbeat. And it's going to clear your mind, and should the world around you should get a little out of focus, but then other parts beyond normal sight kind of become in focus.
Okay. So Bowman's trying to apply that, and it honestly sounds kind of similar to how he is when he's like aiming in a way. So he's sort of using that experience with the new eyesight that he has and going to attempt to soul sight into the building to see how many are in there, alive or otherwise.
Awesome. I want you guys to do this as a team check. So Bowman, if you want to aid Mortis, let's do it that way. And if you have the teamwork advantage, you get +5.
I don't know. Oh, if Bowman has it?
If Bowman
no. Bowman works alone.
Except
for
for all the
literally
every
psychics.
week.
And except for all the psychics.
Yeah. No, Bowman doesn't. Bowman should have teamwork, but he does not.
Awesome. Well, in that case, just go ahead and roll a perception check, and how you roll will add a bonus to Mortis's check.
Okay. Bow perception.
Yes. Bowception.
Did that go through? It did. Wow. 20 total.
20 total. Okay, that will give a +2 bonus to Mortis's perception check.
Which was a 28.
Perfect.
Bringing it to 30 with the bonus.
Oh, bring it to 30 with the bonus? Okay, awesome. So the two of you combined, you sort of focus your energy, you reach out into the haunted house with your soul sight, and it does pass through. Bowman, it's a little overwhelming because there is a ton of spectral activity going on within. You can see all sorts of spirits moving about the hotel in various different rooms, various different floors. There's a couple of very potent lights that seem to indicate to you, Bowman, living people. One of them is in the lobby, one of them is in the basement, and one of them appears to be somewhere in the walls near the attic. You're having a little trouble identifying exactly who is who. Mortis, you notice in addition to that, and I guess Bowman, you would also notice it because you have Mortis's eyeballs right now. The front door has a glowing spiritual sigil on it that looks like a rune of message. So somebody has left a message for you, Mortis, on the front door.
Okay. And with that, I think we should check that out, Bowman. And I'll kind of follow my lead, and I'll kind of put a hand on their shoulder and kind of lift him up a little bit as I kind of push off the ground just slightly and float forward.
Oh, my sister's never going to believe this.
And yeah, he'll be guided along with that. This Bowman would have some experience with the Cape of Flight, so probably a little bit like that.
It's like that, but you're the Cape of Flight this time.
Oh, now I get it. So this is what using magic feels like?
Kind of.
I honestly thought it'd be a lot more, I mean, more complicated, but somehow less complicated, if that makes sense.
It can get a lot more complicated. This is some of the more ethereal nature of being me, as opposed to magic itself.
Still, good to know for however long this lasts.
Hopefully we can wrap this up soon and get you back to where you belong.
Yeah. Let's so what does this rune say?
So as you do land on the stairs that lead up to the front door, the rune does come fully into focus for both of you. It does pulsate with this sort of glowing, sickly green light, which translates in magic speak to touch me.
What the hell do you want? When I touch it.
Beautiful. And a message is beamed directly into both of your brains. All players, and if anybody wants to volunteer to read, I will pop it up here. And it might be visible for the folks at home, too.
I guess I'll read. It's my turn, I guess. Derek, I have left a psychic stain upon this location, one that you and your magical-minded allies will be able to translate. One you will hopefully heed. Whoops. By now, maybe I shouldn't read. This is not working. By now, you've no doubt noticed Nick's absence and learned the fate of poor, simple Tobias Faulkner. All necessary sacrifices for the actions I must take. Actions necessitated by your inability to master the prototype soul vault in your chest. Sick bird. Turn back now, or you will be destroyed by this hotel. Well, no, it's a roach motel.
Do that.
No. Whatever sick game he's playing, I'm not buying. Innocent, idiotic but innocent kids stuck inside. So
Either way, we have to get them out and deal with this other spirit that's wandering around here. Could Dr. Necros have left another trap as well, more than just this ghost that's haunting the hotel?
quite possibly, he is something of a mad scientist. So we're not putting anything past him. Well, team, should we go save some YouTubers?
When you say it like that, I'm inspired. Just kidding.
Let's do it.
And
And,
with that,
oh, go ahead, Mortis.
I'll use my my ghostly outrage to blast open the front doors in a very casual use of powers kind of way.
Excellent. Officer Armstrong will say, "Are you sure nobody wants a lemon square before you go? I mean, what about that skinny guy in the tights?"
I'm good.
You and that lady in the green dress, you're so skin and bones.
Thanks, but I had lemon squares for breakfast.
I've got a really high metabolism.
My grandma Dolores would not have let you leave without it. But you're the superheroes, you're the experts. Go have a great time. I'll be here when you get back.
Okay. When we walk in, I'm gonna turn to Mortis and I'm like, we're sure she's not the evil ghost, right?
We're
I
not
double
sure of
checked.
anything at this
I
point.
double checked. She's not a ghost, though. I don't trust those to be standard issue lemon squares. if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Stand
Okay.
in the shoe lemon square.
Somehow I
Well, we
knew
should-
this was going to happen.
Well, we should find these kids as quickly as we can. Everything, I don't know, all this seems like a distraction.
I'm sure
Dr.
it
Nex-
is.
Okay, well,
So, do you want me to do a sweep? Do you want to go all together? What do you want to do?
Well, I picked up one in the lobby, one in the basement, and one up towards the attic. There are also at least 24 or so other spirits that I was able to easily pick up on, and possibly more than that throughout the hotel.
so, I don't think we want to split up, guys. There's only, well, there's 3 of us in the party now that can deal with ghosts. Not everybody has that power now.
Still, splitting up is probably a good way to get us caught by something unexpected. So let's just deal with this the closest one at a time.
Yeah, you said the ones in the lobby. Let's go after that one first.
Perfect. So, Mortis, you blasted the front door open. The door flies inwards on itself. And for a moment, there's a flash of white light as you step into the hotel. And you smell the sort of cedar and pine of the various wood planks. You can hear the buzzing of people moving around back and forth and the steady hum of a Victrola as a record is spinning, playing some long-forgotten piece of music. Everything appears to be in perfect order as you walk in. The lobby is well appointed. There's a number of large, plush red chairs, curtains lining the walls. There's a fire roaring in the fireplace, and there is a man dressed in sort of like a Wild West bartender. He's wearing a red and white striped vest. He's got white dress shirts, cuffs on the elbows, a large handlebar mustache, and he says, "Welcome to the Riverside, or the River House Hotel. How many in your party?"
5.
5. I will take it down. Then he writes down 5. He slams the book open. He turns around and grabs a key off of the key ring, and he brings it over to you.
It's gonna be one of those things where there's only like 3 beds and we have to share the bed. Romance fiction.
That thing. Yeah, that only happens in stories. This is real life. Clearly a ghost, right?
Clearly
Just-
a ghost.
Okay.
Well, it's really hard. I mean, you could tell because you're Mortis right now, but for everybody else, it feels like you have traveled through time to when the hotel was alive and well.
Was there another guest around here? One that might have arrived recently? Possibly with a few others in a group of 3?
If you are referring to that horrid young man in the dumbwaiter, I hope you are here to collect him.
Funnily enough, we actually are. You said he's in the dumbwaiter?
Yes, he has been fending off our security guards for as long as he can.
And what sort of security do you have here?
Oh, just a couple of nice brutes from in town. Come to keep an eye on the place during the World's Fair. And to make everyone feel a little safer with all the disappearances.
Of course. Well, we'll get that guy out of here for you then.
It is appreciated. And when you agree to do that, the whole scene flashes again and you're standing in the rotted remains of the hotel lobby.
Well, that was significantly easier than the last time I ran into a ghost.
And you find yourself standing. There's a sweeping staircase that goes up to a second floor. There's a number of ruined paintings on the walls. The desk itself, the top of the desk, has collapsed into the bottom half of the desk. And everybody give me a perception check.
Overdrive's perception or mine?
Overdrive's perception.
The music is freaking me out.
Oh, our body's perception, not our mindy's perception?
Your body's
Correct.
perception.
Okay. Let me re-roll that.
35.
That resonance really perceptive.
I know, right? I wonder if she
roll
notices
the
all
one.
the shenanigans we're always getting up to.
So, copy of Bowman. And then Mortis, what did you get? 23? Okay, so Mortis, Bow Resonant, and Over Resonant. Reso Drive? I don't know. Drive Nat. You,
That was the worst one.
That's what you said.
Yeah, really.
Come on, man.
The three of you can hear faintly in the far distance of the lobby a young man screaming and banging on a metal door.
Well, I suppose we should go collect him from that dumbwaiter.
Call it dumbwaiter for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Resident will walk over to the dumbwaiter and slide the panel up, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
to get at the...
It comes up.
get at
As
the
you go to pull it up, you do feel somebody try to slam it shut on the other side. Give me a strength check, please.
Hey, you got arms.
Yeah, if I was doing
Yeah.
this as
Pulling a bow.
What is a bow if not a skinny door?
Wow.
there it is.
What the?
That,
Puff, puff, pass, everybody.
Just seriously. Snoop Dogg in the house? Like, what's happening over here?
got an 8.
An 8? He manages to keep the door slammed shut. Resonance pulling on it. Hey man, no! Go away!
Oh my god, it is
We're
shit.
here. We're here to help you. Oh.
We're not with the hotel, man. Open up.
Yeah.
That's what the ghost said!
Oh, that's unfortunate. How strong am
You
I?
you can quietly come out, and we can escort you out the building where you'll be safe. Or I can remove you, and you probably will be very discomfort. Go through a bit of discomfort. You probably won't like it.
That's also what the ghost said!
now that seems a little too on the nose.
Well, I mean, like, he said he would remove me from the premises or I could leave voluntarily.
So why aren't you leaving voluntarily?
There's something in his face, I didn't believe him.
Okay,
Well-
well look at our faces.
I can't see through the door. I'm not a ghost like you.
Open the door.
We're here to help.
It's Centuria Overdrive resident Bowman and Mortis from the Freedom League.
Dark.
Can I try to persuade him that we're here to help?
Yeah, you sure can.
22.
If anyone can do it, it's Resident.
Yeah, so putting all that resonant empathy into my voice, I was trying to sound very... Oh, is there snickering? Is there snickering over there?
Just a little bit, yes.
All of you, shut up. You're not in my head. Roleplay it.
No.
And as you start offering some of Resonant's dulcet tones and calming effect, he says, okay, I'm going to open the door and make sure you're not a ghost, okay?
Okay.
You said you're the
Just
Freedom
do it.
League?
Just... Yes.
I'll stand back a little bit.
Make sure you're
I'll
not a
follow
ghost.
Mortis's lead.
Everything's going to be fine.
And you see his little fingers pop up underneath the steel door, and he starts to slide it up a little bit, and you can see his face slam down on the ground. Look through the crack. Very skinny, lanky fellow with sort of bushy brown hair and glasses, and he kind of looks out. Okay, I'm coming out.
Okay.
And he will open the door and he will slide out of a space that looks like his body should not have fit in there. He's got a very large DSLR camera with a bright light and a ring light around it. And he slides out and comes up to his full lanky height. He looks at all of you. Oh wow, you are the Freedom League.
Yes.
What are you doing in Farrowburg? This place is a shithole.
Freedom League business.
Currently,
Now,
we're
where are your friends?
Oh, I don't know, man. We split up. We thought we could cover more ground that way.
Wow. That was stupid.
Elbow.
Sorry.
Wow, Overdrive's not very nice in real life. You seem really friendly on in the news.
Well, I'm sure he's just having a bad day.
Yes, I apologize, citizen.
God, do I really sound like that?
It's
Let
cool,
me escort
man.
you out, citizen.
You know.
Can I take him? Do you guys care?
We need to know where his friends went to specifically and why he's the one with the camera they're the probably faces, and yet he didn't stay with them to get their reactions to things.
I'm not the only one with a camera. I've just got the big camera because my dad loaned me the money, and he said if we got enough followers, I could pay him back. But,
Tesh.
Rowan, and oh, I wrote her name down already. What is it? Rowan and Gabby.
He's looking at his hand.
Rowan and
I can't.
Buffering.
Rowan and Gabby, Rowan said she was gonna go look up in the attic, and Gabby said she was gonna go down in the basement where the records are. Cause like, they had all the records from the people who stayed here during the fair, and Rowan thought for sure that Dr. Lawrence's secret lair was in the attic. She read about it somewhere. I think it was on Reddit.
And you thought going alone was the best course of action if some place is actually haunted?
Look, man, we've been to a lot of places and we've never seen anything like this. Ghosts are usually real chill. He knows. He points over at the two mortises in the background.
A nice officer out front. We need you to go out and stay with her while we collect your friends to make sure that they're safe. Because there is something going on in this building.
You're telling me those bouncer dudes are tough?
Did they fly off somewhere, or were you too busy hiding in there?
I got footage.
That might be useful.
And he pops open the viewfinder on the camera. That's probably not what it's called anymore. He pops open the screen, and he says, "Yeah, just over here, Mortis 2, Kid Mortis.
Kid Mortis.
Are you the Skella Kid? Who is this guy?"
Mortis lad.
I don't like any of these.
Now you know how Bolt feels. I mean, sorry, it must be my empathy acting up.
Wait, that was his idea. I didn't.
No, Bolt. Not him. The other one.
Which one?
Look, can we just look at this camera footage? We're getting distracted.
Why are you doing the voice again?
What voice? Just absolutely ravaging this Mortis's throat.
And he'll pop it open, and you do see the two girls that he travels with. They say, "All right, gang, let's split up," and they go and split up. And as he's walking around, you can see the camera sort of statics and flashes for a moment as he pans over the lobby area. You do hear the voice of the front desk worker over the audio of the camera, but you can't really see anything until it pops back up, and you see a couple of very tough-looking 1880s muscle heads. They're bald, large, sort of tank top muscle shirts, bulging biceps, and also handlebar mustaches. And they say, "No reservation, no stay." He says, "This hotel's closed, man. I don't know what you're talking about." And he runs away from these two muscle-bound ghosts. I want all of you to roll a perception check, whoever is looking at the footage. And Mortis and Mortis 2, I will give you a +2 circumstance bonus.
Well, Mortis got a 30.
25.
20.
Mortis
20.
2 got a 24.
Beautiful.
I
So
think
everybody who got a 20 or higher, which I think is everybody.
Yep.
You do see in the background behind these two soldiers, no, they're not soldiers, bouncers, guards, security forces, whatever you want to call them. There is a floating spectral woman that seems to be influencing their actions with her hands. There's a thread of ectoplasm that passes from her down into the two of them. And Mortis, since you got a natural 20, she looks suspiciously like Cynthia the robot at Freedom Hall.
Oh no.
Oh no. Jinx.
Oh yes.
I'll take that Canadian Coke anytime, Calvin.
It's actually gonna be a Canada Dry if you don't mind.
Oh.
I didn't think they actually drank Canada Dry in Canada. I thought it was racist.
Yeah. They just call it dry there. So.
Yeah, it's just regular Dry.
Can I have a 20-ounce dry, please? All right. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I'll have a dry light.
I want to diet dry. My face is hot.
Like, can I get a little dry on the rocks? Like,
It's a dry and tonic.
I
Anyway,
hate this.
welcome to the Untold Stories Project, everybody. We're having a good time.
This is how we roll.
Anyway.
But he does race off after that point, runs into the dumbwaiter, and you can hear these guys banging on the door for a little bit. You can see their fists even indent into the steel of the dumbwaiter door, but they go away after a little while.
Kind of hoping to see where they went, but that's okay. We did get something at least.
Did I help? Is there like a tip reward for helping the Freedom League?
Yeah, you don't get killed by the crazy ghosts that are currently haunting this hotel. So yeah, go outside.
That's a fair trade.
Have a lemon square.
Or don't.
Oh man.
Oh, is that Officer Armstrong? She makes the
Yes.
best lemon squares.
Okay.
So
Seems like a ploy, but
I
alright.
can't even. Yeah, they're
Alright.
pushing this a little too hard for us to have lemon squares.
Today's episode is brought to you by Lemon Squares.
I sense an evil plot by the DM.
I have never done an evil plot ever in this game.
We eat the lemon squares, we get launched back into the idiot box.
Shut up! Don't give him ideas! What are you doing?
Armstrong is Quirk!
Oh no!
So.
God.
But Seth is this. I don't think he introduced himself. His name is Seth. He'll say, "Yeah, okay, well, I'll wait outside." If you see Rowan, will you tell her that like I stopped the ghosts or whatever?
No promises. I mean, what?
Stay safe, citizen. Let us do our jobs.
Here's Rock, and he'll race out the front door and leave as fast as his long legs can take him.
Do we want to go after Gabby or Rowan first? Basement or attic?
Basement is scarier to me, so I don't know which one. Do we want to get the super scary out of the way?
let's go for the basement.
Does that
Yeah.
be where this spirit is most likely hanging out?
Well, if they were told something, and if all of this has been arranged by Dr. Necros, he could have planted evidence for them to come here, right? He told them that the attic was where the secret laboratory was, so try the basement first. If that's not actually where the secret laboratory is, then maybe it's true.
That makes sense to me. To the basement then.
Awesome. So you all head off for the basement. As you're making your way through this first level of the hotel, you pass through a couple of different interesting areas. You do see a ballroom off to your right as you're making your way through. You can see there's a number of ghosts in there that seem to be having a wonderful time. There's a ghost band striking up that's playing a number of era-appropriate proto-jazz. There's a couple of ghosts that are just having a great time dancing with one another. One of them does make eye contact with you as you pass across the ballroom door, and she holds up a finger that says shush.
Give her side eye.
She returns the side eye with a side of sass. But she doesn't approach, and none of the ghosts in there seem to be particularly perturbed about your passing. As you do make your way to the end of this hallway where you can see the stairs down, arrow sign on the wall, you all do see a spectral figure hanging out by the staircase. It looks like it's a young woman dressed in a white and green gown. She's got red hair. She's sort of got her arms tucked around her knees, and she's rocking back and forth, sobbing.
Should we do something about this? I don't know.
Does she match the description of any of the 5 women that we know of?
She does. She appears to be... Open thing. She appears to be Vela McGee. Which, Mortis, upon closer inspection, she does not appear to have hands on the arms that are wrapped around her knees. Just stubs on the ends.
Maybe she doesn't have eyes either.
I feel like this should be like an October episode.
Welcome to Mortis.
Every day is Halloween. I'll make my way towards Velma.
She does not respond to your presence as you get closer. And you come up. How close do you get to her?
I'm gonna walk up pretty much within like 2 or 3 feet of her.
Yeah, you can hear her quietly crying to herself, and you can see her rocking back and forth, but she doesn't seem to address your presence.
Miss McGee?
And she kind of, her ears perk up when she hears that, and she looks up at you. You do see her vacant eye sockets looking up at you, sort of these glowing silver tear tracks down her cheeks. Who's there?
My name is Derek.
Derek. He told me you'd come. The doctor.
Sorry.
Jinx.
2 more Canada Dries.
That's Dries.
Yes, the doctor. He said that you and your friends would come. He said that you would set us free. Can you set us free?
Try.
It's been so long. We've been trapped here. And she sort of reaches up with handless arms. Not armless hands. She's Rayman.
Oh. Wow.
I will attempt to help her stand.
Yeah, you're able to pull her up because you're the ghost guy. She comes up on both feet. She sort of collapses into you. She says, "It's been dark for so long." Dr. Lawrence is going to find you.
We'll deal with that doctor when it comes to it.
He's not the one you should be afraid of. The other doctor, the new doctor, he woke us up. He woke up the whole hotel. It's angry.
So am I. So we're good. We'll settle this.
I'll tell the others.
You know, if we have the new doctor left any surprises that I should be aware of?
Just that he woke up the hotel. And he brought Dr. Solomon, or Dr. Lawrence back. Lawrence wasn't supposed to be here. And she kind of pushes off of you with her stubs and looks through you to the hallway beyond where everybody else is standing, and she will try to phase through you, Mortis, and move down the hallway to go collect the others, as she said. She'll say, please, everyone, be careful.
Meet me in the main lobby area. We'll see what we can do to send you home.
I'll get everyone else. And she rushes down the hallway, blowing all of you sort of back a little bit with a gust of wind as she disappears into the hotel. Revealing the basement door, which swings open with a creak on its own.
Down we go.
Go.
Let's do it.
And as you all begin to descend down into the basement, who's going first?
I'll take lead and someone else pushes past me.
Oh, this is the Mortis show, starring Mortis and Kid Mortis.
It's Mortis Lad.
And Mortis Lad, yes. Mortis Jr.
Yeah, Mortis Jr. will fall behind.
Mortis Jr. gets his powers by saying Mortis, where Mortis gets his powers by saying Soul Vault. It's like Shazam all over again.
Wow.
Or Captain Marvel all over again.
See, there you go. There's your street cred. You're good.
Because the joke doesn't make sense if he's Shazam, because the kids say his name to get their powers. But if his name's Shazam, then all of them say Shazam. That's neither here
But
nor
once
there.
upon a time, Captain Marvel Jr. had to say
Captain Marvel to get his powers.
He couldn't say his own name. How sad.
So sad. But you all start heading down, Mortis leading the way. Mortis, as you get down to the bottom of the stairs, you do see out into this large basement area. It looks like this part of the hotel is under some kind of renovation. Like, it seems that they might be trying to restore the building, starting from the basement up. There's a number of walls that have been removed. You can see some construction lights sprinkled around here and there. There's plastic tarps signifying where new walls are going to be. There's construction tools all over the place. And far beyond, you can see a frantic flashlight beaming to the left and to the right over and over again. And you can hear a young woman screaming down the way. And I think that's probably a good place for us to take our quick break.
Yes.
Because somehow it's already almost 8:30.
Time flies when you're creeping out in Trevor.
Spooky place. But everybody, we're going to get up, stretch our legs, refill our drinks, grab a snack, and we will see you all back in just a couple of minutes for more terrifying scariness thank you so much for hosting us, Katana-chan. We really appreciate that. You caught us just in time to go to break, so we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Yes, everybody enjoy a lemon square during the break.
Oh.
No.
We'll be back in just a moment. And a dry. A lemon square and a dry. Bye.